to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a pick a card. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. Oh, and that. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So we have 3 decks here laid out for you, and I will add on a little bit of extra fun by starting out each reading with the Situations deck, the brand new deck that I got yesterday. So go ahead and figure out which one lines up best with what you're feeling, and then we'll see what the messages are for you. All right, so for pile 1, we have the Egyptian Tarot. We're going to set it aside just briefly so that we can get a little bit of an understanding in terms of what the situation is here for you. All right, what do we have for pile 1? What's the situation for pile 1? Okay, so it looks like we have 2 people that might not be on the same page here, because what I see is kind of a push and pull in terms of how somebody might feel about seeing somebody else. We have trash, discarding, throwing out, and magnetic, unexplainable pull and can't resist. So you see what I'm saying in terms of the push and pull. Somebody wants to go far, far away, and somebody wants to like suction cup to your window. But with Archangel Michael here, I feel like what is meant to be will be. And, you know, if we've got one person who's feeling like they need to get out of Dodge, then it's probably going to be one of those rejection is protection kind of things. What else for pile 1, please? So I'm getting a little bit of an X vibe here with the history card coming out. And then we also have access granted, social media, fake profile, hiding. So I feel like the person here who has tried to walk away from the situation is also probably being a little bit stalked on social media. Or catfished. We have meeting. This may not be for everyone, pile 1, but for some of you, I feel like there's somebody here who is trying to get out of a romantic situation, and somebody who's trying to like trap that person. There's some shisty stuff here. Let's see, what else do we have for pile 1, please? Actually, let's leave it there. We will do the Egyptian Tarot to get some clarification. What else for pile 1? Never ceases to amaze me. The card for divine protection from the tarot comes out to clarify protection. So absolutely, someone here, pile 1, is being watched closely by some pretty important angels. So I feel like this is somebody who is doing right by themselves and by others, and that's why they have this protection. And as far as the Judgment card coming out, I feel like this is basically the divine protection is making this person kick somebody out or let somebody go who does not have the best interest of that individual at heart. And the person who is, let's just refer to them as the snake, they are trying to find a way to worm their way back in. They're trying to figure out what information or like emotion they can use to not let go. There could be a financial reason here. This person could be financially dependent upon the other. Or it's just one of the few places where this person's actually found stability in their life. So we have the Knight of Chalices and the King of Wands. So the Knight of Chalices is clarifying the history. So I feel like there was a moment where this relationship was genuine, but there's something here that derailed it, and someone started to be a little two-faced. Someone maybe started being two-faced for horny reasons. The King of Wands is generally like the most attractive masculine in the deck, but he's also like literally holding his wand. And we're talking about access granted, and the first thing I heard was easy access. So take that with a grain of salt. And then we have Wheel coming out. The wheel is all about karma. It's, you know, where are you? Are you on the top or the bottom of the wheel? Because if you're on the bottom of the wheel, you're going to get caught up in the dirt. And if you're on the top, you have a really great view. I feel like there could be somebody here trying to catch a boyfriend in the act of cheating on a dating profile, and that's why this meeting would end up being karma. And it's a plan, so there definitely seems to be some sort of, I mean, like, I don't see any lovey-dovey stuff over here. I really just feel like what we've got is somebody who's trying to catch somebody. So we have the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. So the reason that Archangel Michael is here and why there is protection being asked for in this situation is somebody feels like they can't sleep at night. Somebody feels guilt or remorse or regret about the situation, and I have a feeling it's somebody who doesn't want to hurt someone who has already hurt them. And you got to ask yourself, if someone has already shown you a careless disregard for your emotions, then why should you be sacrificing your own happiness to make sure that you're watching out for theirs? Once more for the guy in the back. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to say all that again. But we have the Four of Swords coming out to clarify the Judgment, which is telling me that once this decision is made and once this person is cast out from your life, I think it will make you want to have a little bit of alone time. It'll make you appreciate the small circle of people that you do have that you can rely on. But I think it's important to remember that you're moving from a Nine of Swords to a Four of Swords. And even though that sounds like you're moving backwards, that's so much better, because this is not knowing what to do, sleepless nights, moving into, I'm working on healing. I know what happened. I'm going to process it so that I can move forward. For hidden energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, pile one, this means that something may be moving slower than you would like, but I wouldn't worry about timing, because with Archangel Michael here, we know that divine timing, divine protection, all of that is at play. What else for pile one, please? We have the King of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, I think there is maybe a pull here to somebody who has the ability to take care of others. So somebody may be generous or particularly successful, well off, and that can sometimes lead to people feeling like they can just like take your shit and it won't really bother you, right? But it seems like this was maybe a little bit too much based on what can you do for me? All right, so it looks like somebody here is ignoring the lessons that they've learned in the past with this person in hopes that they are going to be honorable or genuine. But with the High Priestess in the reverse, we know what you should actually be seeing is that this person has been the same the whole time. Look at this dude, right? Shout out to Egypt. We've got stone, okay? Not really known for movement, not really known for changing. Yeah, that's right. This is somebody who is not going to change. And with the Three of Swords, this is somebody who is prone to cheating and breaks people's hearts. And if they've broken yours, I'm sorry that you've gone through that. That's no fun, but that's why Michael's here. So we have a Seven of Cups coming out. I'm getting a few messages off of this. Basically, one, somebody wants to create emotional confusion here, so I feel like that's the person who's creating a fake profile to try to figure out if, oh, are they on Tinder yet? You know, that kind of thing. And then I also feel like with the Seven of Cups here, the universe wants you to know that you have options because you have a je ne sais quoi. You have something that draws people in. That's what made this person go crazy, right? And if it is that you are well off, I feel like the universe wants you to really make sure that you're relying on your discernment and your intuition, because you should have been able to see some of this coming, but you have a good heart and you didn't want to. With the Seven of Chalices, I also think that we have a clarification on this two or more people part of the meeting card that's up at top here. And that's telling me that there is at least two people that are interested in you. So that's why this intuition component is really important for you. Spirit doesn't want you to get caught up in another situationship. All right, I'm going to make t-shirts. So definitely make sure to have faith in your intuition. The more you use it, the better it gets, okay? So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Pile 1. Thank you for all the support, and have a great rest of your day. Hi, Pile 2. Let's get right into your message with the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Good choice. I don't know if you can see my shirt. Poe Poe. All right, let's see. What do we have for Pile 2, please? Ooh, I'm lying. We're going to start with situations and then dive into Edgar Allan Poe. I got this deck yesterday. I'm pretty stoked on it. Should help with some of the more like modern interpretations on some of these cards. What do we have for Pile 2, please? What do we have for Pile 2, please? So we have somebody here who's in denial about wanting a reconciliation. That's for Pile 2. So we've got a divine masculine here who has completed their healing or the lesson that they needed to learn, which is making them feel like they're ready to take a risk. And I feel like that risk is in love, but they're trying to come to grips with the fact that what they really want is someone from their past. And there's a concern here in terms of time running out. What else for pile 2, please? So with the not facing the truth component of the first card out, denial, I think we have Archangel Michael here to say that basically divine timing is at play here, but also there have been signs that have been trying to get this person who's in denial to recognize that this person that they would like to come back together with is an ideal mate for them. But it required them going through some healing and some introspection before that could happen. But with settlement and lost, there's a feeling here that someone's worried they took too long and they've lost their opportunity. There could actually be, from both sides, the divine masculine and presumably divine feminine are concerned that they've lost each other. You could see the twin flame card come out. You have poison and access granted. Alright, so with the access granted card, I'm getting that somebody here is considering it a risk, but they don't realize that they would get what they want. So if this is somebody who's trying to figure out if they would, get the time of day if they went to go talk to an ex, for example, this is, Spirit saying, take that leap of faith because you will get in. And then we have poison to clarify TikTok. There is unhealthy behaviors highlighted on this card, and I feel like that's the tie-in here to TikTok. Somebody is procrastinating or has a fear of rejection, and they're allowing that to delay their blessing. So get off your ass, you. All right, pile 2, please. Yeah, so we have Spirit telling you to do the same thing I just did. Get off your ass, yo. We've got the Fool, which is all about new beginnings, right? This is something that the universe wants you to do. They have aligned the stars for you to have this new beginning. And with the Knight of Wands, they kind of want you to just fucking get over it. If you're going to cause a little bit of a couple of waves, so be it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. What else for pile 2, please? So we have the Chariot in reverse and the 9 of Wands. The Chariot in reverse is telling me that we've got a concern on behalf of Spirit that even though you know your lesson has been completed, you haven't done anything yet. So that's no, that's a bad example. That's 20 years ago when I rented a movie from Blockbuster and got really excited about it, brought home that cool bucket popcorn, made the popcorn, but then didn't start the movie. Just returned it the next day. Like, Michael's over here like, hey, like, I just spent like the last 2 months making sure everything went right so that you and Susie Q over there could have a little makeout. What are you doing over there jerking off in your basement? They want you to take action, pile 2. 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. So even though it feels like you can't go any further, even though you feel like this is lost, you're being told by some pretty important people that that's not true. That there is absolutely hope here. Do you see how there's a devil over this dude's head? The negative thoughts that you have saying that you won't be successful or that you shouldn't make this effort, those are from the devil because they don't want you to be happy. He doesn't want you to be, whatever. Screw you, dude. I mean, these are unfounded fears. So whatever is holding you back should not be holding you back. What else for pile 2, please? So until you take this risk, justice will not be served. I get that in two senses. I feel like you are justice for somebody else. By taking this action, you are making someone else's wish fulfillment happen. But in addition to that, if you don't take this action for yourself, there will be negative karma. So basically, the universe is kind of testing you right now. Like, hey, you have this like prize waiting for you over here, but you just have to jump over this like 3-foot wall. And you're like, I'm wearing heels today. I don't really feel like it. And the universe is like, oh, really? So you don't want that blessing. And then you're like, you just have to do it. Who cares if you rip your jeans climbing or jumping over or whatever? We have the 7 of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. This is telling me that you haven't yet reaped what you have sown, but there is a timeline here. So if you want that prize, it's like fucking Price is Right, you know? TikTok. That clock is going. You better fucking hurry up. We have the 2 of Cups, so this is a love situation for sure. And it looks like 2 people here were wearing masks. That to me communicates an issue regarding communication. So I feel like there are some unspoken emotions here. And with the Ace of Swords, the universe would like you to tell the truth about that and speak your truth. Because it will lead to a celebration and happiness. It'll make you happy specifically. Ooh, wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. And 10 of Cups. Shut up, you guys. I don't know if I've pulled this card from this deck more than once, honestly. Like, I didn't recognize the card, you guys. I love this deck. You have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, you guys. That's so cool. Okay, so basically, they want you to believe in your awesomeness and that there is a blessing coming your way. You just need to make sure that you're doing the right things to speak up for what it is that you want so that you can get what you want. Easy enough, right? All right, thank you for the support, Pile 2. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hi, Pile 3. Let's dive right into your message and see what we've got for you. We're going to start off with the situations deck and get a clear understanding of what's going on. And then we'll use the Tattoo Tarot to dive in a little bit deeper. What do we have for Pile 3, please? What do we have for Pile 3? First card out is plugged. Tuned in, internet connected. So it feels like there's somebody here who's really focused, but it could also be that we have somebody here who's doing a little bit of spying. We have insatiable, unquenchable, wanting more, escapade, vacation, hideaway, and adventure, and then Archangel Michael. So the first two, this is definitely giving me a little bit of like obsession vibes, or at least like super like secret admirer-y, crushy type. So I feel like there's somebody here who can't get enough of you, pile 3, and they are trying to pick up on what people are saying about you, trying to see what's on your social media, trying to maybe every now and then drive past your place. But they can't get enough, and they really want to find a way to get some time with you alone. They might want to take you on a little bit of an adventure. And with Archangel Michael here, pile 3, I feel like this is something that is divinely ordained, or it's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Ooh. So we have a feminine energy here who's divine. And with that, we have receipts. Proof, show me. I'm not really getting like negative vibes here. There's just like, there's two different ways this could go. This could be like a cheating scenario, hopefully not. But it could also just be a feminine energy who's stepped into her power, knows what her boundaries are, and if somebody wants to woo her, they're going to have to make sure that they demonstrate their value and that they understand and appreciate her value. And there's somebody here who feels a magnetic pull to this divine feminine. It's making them chase this feminine because they can't stop thinking about her. Definitely a little bit of obsessive vibes, but still I don't see anything that's too concerning. Okay, that's what I thought. It's good to get confirmation on the positive side, you guys, because here we have ascension and love. Oh, this is so cute, you guys. All right, so I feel like love is meant to clarify our escapade card here that's talking about like a vacation or an adventure. Somebody wants to take this divine feminine on a little adventure or vacation to let love bloom. I feel like somebody has had to hold back. They've had this admiration or this desire for this divine feminine, but they haven't really been able to act on it. And they're hoping to get some significant time away with this divine feminine. And with the Ascension card, I feel like this is clarifying Archangel Michael to say somebody here wasn't ready in the past, but with Archangel Michael's help, and I believe also this divine feminine, this person has ascended and they have started to see life from a different perspective. And it's because of this divine feminine. So I feel like there's just this like overwhelming sense of love. Of course, here's the divine masculine. So that's beautiful. All right, here's an additional piece to that puzzle, you guys. We've got the legal card coming out, which could mean that the reason timing was wrong here was that somebody was married. And now, with receipts being clarified by legal, it's almost like if there was a question in the past about this masculine being honest, or perhaps it's this feminine, whoever had a recent breakup, there's like a desire to know for sure you're single? You ready to rumble? Yeah? All right, let's retire these guys and switch over to the Tattoo Tarot. What else do we have for page 3? That might resonate for somebody, for pile 3. So there's somebody here who has felt like they had to like kind of watch from a distance because they weren't sure if they could get a second opportunity or a new beginning, because in the past there was a rejection of an offer here between the two of these people. But there won't be a rejection this time around, it looks like. Alright, so we have in that first card called Escapade, one of the words is hideaway. So I kind of like the Seven of Swords in this instance, even though it's normally my least favorite card in the tarot, you guys. This is telling me that somebody doesn't want all of the eyes on them. So there could be somebody here who has a measure of fame or celebrity who doesn't want all of the like chit chat, or you can be in a small town where like, oh, did you hear about Billy Bob and Bobby Sue? Where everybody's in everybody's business. Because at the end of the day, when you have good news, it makes all the sense in the world to try to keep some of that to yourself. Think about the happiest like celebrity couples. They tend to be the ones that you don't hear a lot about for a reason, right? I feel like there's a desire to really cherish this connection because it is seen by both parties as a divine love, like something that was meant to be. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So I feel like the Hanged Man is in reverse because there's no longer an issue in terms of being frustrated or held back or stagnant. There is, because of, I believe, some sort of change in somebody's relationship status, there is now an opportunity for somebody to make this big offer of stability, a long-term relationship, methinks. All right, let me get just a couple more cards here for you. What else for pile 3, please? Oh my God. All right, so we have the King of Cups and the World. Yeah, I think it's a masculine energy who's doing the watching. And he views this divine feminine as his world, like, thinks about her all the time. That's so cute. If you're watching, that's adorable. Make sure you have your own life, but like, that's so cute. All right, what else for pile 3, please? All right, so somebody here may not be aware that there is a desire to take quick action here. So I get the feeling that the divine feminine here isn't aware that this guy is like all hot and bothered and like making plans. What's gonna be the outcome of this? Interesting. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. I want one more card. What's the outcome? All right. That makes more sense. Queen of Swords and the Two of Chalices, or Two of Cups. There was a perception that this divine feminine would be overly negative or unwilling to forgive something. And I think the universe wants you to know, pile 3, that in her heart there is a desire for this partnership to be reestablished. So, if you're in the Nine of Swords having trouble sleeping over this, the universe doesn't want you to do that. The Lovers. So, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, pile 3. Thank you for all the support. Have a wonderful rest of your day.